Hey there, my dear brothers and sisters in Christ. So I'm going to make this video really short. Basically, I'm just going to give you a couple of updates and also talk about something right up front. For a long time now, I was debating on making a video, which I'm going to do right now, I guess, asking for help when it comes to making a thumbnail for this ministry's YouTube channel. So you know the thumbnail is that little circular thing on YouTube where you see the name right by it. It used to be a box square a long time ago, but for some reason they made it smaller. So you have a very limited amount of space to make something. So right now, well, first of all, when I first started this channel, it was a cross that I found online somewhere. And then I eventually changed it to a rock with Fully Free Films written on it because we do a lot of rock painting. And then right now, it's just very simple. I thought it was kind of a cool idea just for something to hold me over for now. But I have this clock right here I got from Living Waters about 2 or so years ago. I picked up one of the last ones, but it says Mark 16:15. Can't really see it because of the minute hand is covering it. But I thought maybe I'd take a picture up close. You got the now and the Mark 16:15, meaning that we need to share the gospel. Like, it's always time to share the gospel, right? So that was the idea behind that. And I just thought, hey, that's a pretty cool thing for now as a placeholder. Because I've been thinking for the longest time, what can I do for a thumbnail that conveys, number one, that this is a ministry channel. So it's not just, if you don't put any picture in there, any thumbnail, then it just has like the first letter of your name. So for me, it would be P then. I want people to know that this is a ministry channel, so then hopefully they might check it out at some point, right? So let me just see something here. All right, I just wanted to check something. But yeah, so think about it for a long time. What can I do? And I've had different ideas. Like I can't draw for myself. I can't draw a scribble to save my life. I'm not artistic at all. I'm not even that creative. I was thinking like maybe because it needs to be something very simple. You don't have much space, and like with the clock thing that I have right now for my thumbnail, you can't even see the Mark 16:15 on there. So people are probably like looking at that, like, what's this now thing? I mean, you might be able to tell that it's a clock, but maybe not. So it needs to be replaced. And I always did intend to put something else there. Maybe I'm thinking way too much of this, like more than I really should. But I'm asking for help. If any of you guys have any ideas, my ministry, Parade the Gospel, is obviously just to encourage people to spread the gospel in really simple, easy ways. If you've been with me for a long time, you know that's what I'm about. I mean, the best thing I can think of right now, and I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but it's maybe like a street. I was gonna do it in like just a simple painting program on the computer. So it's like a street. You got the lines on the street, and then maybe a cross up here, and maybe I'll make the cross as the T's, and I'll put PTG, so for Parade the Gospel, right? I don't know. That's the best thing I can think of right now. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And if you want to whip something up, and again, it doesn't have to be elaborate. A lot of people that have thumbnails like YouTube ministry channels, it's just very, very simple, right? So if you want to whip something up, for free, I can't afford anything right now, and I'll get to that in a minute, but in my update. But yeah, if you want to volunteer and let me be able to use something, then feel free to send it my way or ask me about it first. Hey, before I spend the time doing this, do you think this is a good idea? Or whatever. So that would be, if you want to do something like that, paradethegospel@gmail.com is where you can send it to. My arm is getting tired holding this up. Yeah, okay, so update time. So you guys know, some of you, I just use my cell phone for basically all my YouTube videos. That's really all I have right now for recording equipment. And there's a lot of videos, guys, you don't realize this, but there's a lot of videos that never see the light of day. Like I record stuff a lot. Now I don't record everything. Like every outing that we do, every evangelistic outreach, I don't film everything. I only film what I think might be beneficial or part of an outreach or whatever, or an idea to help you guys learn different ways to share the gospel. That's the only reason why I do that. I don't want to like get glory or anything like, hey guys, look at me, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I want you to see everything that I'm doing at all times, every time. No, but there are a lot of videos that I do record, and for one reason or another, I just don't upload it. Maybe because I don't like the footage, you know, it's too much shaky cam. Sorry about that, or whatever. Oh man, my arm is getting tired. I gotta get something else. So I just want you to know that, like right now, I have video footage. Recently, a couple weeks ago, my daughter and I went to the the state meet for her Bible quizzing, and we took a bunch of footage when we were there, or I shouldn't say a bunch. It was actually some footage, and that's why I never uploaded it, because it wasn't that much. And I don't know, maybe I just think too often, like, oh, maybe this isn't good. Like, who's gonna get use out of this? I really do think that a lot. So then I just don't upload something. Because it was kind of incomplete. I thought we would do a lot more during our time for the state meet. We were there for 2 days. And I just wanted to show you guys like what you can do on a normal vacation, or when you guys are out somewhere, how you can use just your off time, just a few minutes here, a few minutes there to get the gospel. Just really simple things like that. And it just didn't, I don't know, maybe I'll upload that footage. Maybe I'll have to like add something to it later. I was thinking about. And then this past weekend, my wife and I went to a marriage retreat up at Silver Birch Ranch, which is by the Nicolet Forest area in Wisconsin. So that was a lot of fun, very great time. And on the way back, we took about 5 minutes just to deliver some Gospel of John's curbside delivery. And I just wanted to remind you guys, especially for newer subscribers, hey, this is something that you can do. And you can watch my other videos about curbside delivery or country evangelism and things like that. So, and I do have a bunch of ideas that I had written down on an app on my phone just for taking notes and stuff, of all kinds of video ideas, things I want to do in the future. Hopefully this year, I probably have like 30 or more ideas. Actually, I did count. It was 28 and I added a couple more, so probably 30 something. So I know I haven't been uploading that much in the last several months, even the last year. I mean, I have been really busy, and that's another thing I want to update you guys on. I've been working a lot of overtime. Right now, I am laser focused on trying to pay off our house. We just bought a house about 2 years ago, and I'm very passionate about being debt-free, mainly because I want to be able to be a giver. I want to be able to support ministries. I want to be able to send out more gospel tracts, free gospel tracts. I want to be able to help people get equipped when it comes to sharing the gospel. I want to be able to spend money on like gospel tracts and things for our own outreaches and things like that. So the plan is right now, we bought this house. Our first payment was 2 years ago, June 1st of 2019. And by the grace of God, I think we might be able to pay this off in 3 more years. Exactly 5 years. It'll be June 1st, 2024. Exactly 1 day before I turn 40. We just refinanced the house at a 2.25% for a 15-year loan. And it would be exactly 40 months of payments until June 1st, which is exactly 5 years from when we made our first payment on this house. But exactly 40 months that we might be able to pay it off, and again, 1 day before I turn 40. That's the plan anyway. And this might be saved for another video, but I have plans for when that happens. Or at least I'm praying for what God might be able to do with the ministry here during that time. I know that's years out yet. But anyway, because of that, you know, we have no other debt, nothing at all. We took care of that last year. Again, we're very serious when it comes to budgeting and finances and things like that. But I wanted to mention too on this note that I have this video for a couple of years now, 2 years, maybe 3 years, that I was offering to send out free gospel tracts. And over the last year especially, a lot of people have been emailing me, hey, can you send me some free gospel tracts? And most of the time I would oblige to it, and I would send them out some gospel tracts. I'd actually order from Gospel Tract Planet or Living Waters and just send them, you know, a few gospel tracts, and I want you guys to be blessed. And the intention was always to replace that video with something else, very similar, but updated. I wanted to send out free gospel tracts to people, primarily to those who maybe are just starting out in evangelism, because I want it to be an encouragement. and I was gonna set aside a fund for it. I was gonna budget out maybe $200 or so a month, depending on how popular this would be and how much it would be utilized. So, and I had different stipulations for it, different rules, like you know, maybe only one or two items of gospel tracts, things like that, just to get someone started. You know, maybe you see some of these videos handing out gospel tracts at a parade, and you can easily get out 100 gospel tracts, or just one pack of gospel tracts, in a very short time, not even 5 minutes. And I just want to be that encouragement to get people started, to get their feet wet when it comes to evangelism. I'm very, very passionate about that. So that's what I wanted to do. But I'm, putting that on pause. I thought maybe I would do that back in November. Still haven't done it yet, but it's still on pause just because right now we're really laser focused on trying to pay off the house. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to wait until 2024 to do that. It's just me on pause right now. Different financial things that are probably going to come up and things like that. I mean, we do have, let's see, 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up for emergency fund. We might need to buy a van to replace my wife's at some time this year. I'm trying to bike to work every day in the summer months, like I do or did the last 2 years living here in Two Rivers. Anyway, that's just side stuff. So that video that I was just talking about before, that's been up for a couple of years now. I did put that on unlisted right now, because if people would see that video and they email me, I don't want to tell them, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. So I'm just going to put that as unlisted for now. So I just sent an order out a couple days ago to somebody in Michigan. I think that'll be the last one I'm going to do for now. So anyway, please keep that in prayer, because I really do want to encourage people to get the gospel. Now that parades are going to be starting back up again, hopefully soon, maybe sometime then I will reconsider that idea and set aside like a $200 monthly thing or something like that. Because I'm working a lot of overtime. And that's one reason why I don't upload as much, because I'm so busy. Got a family, got 5 kids, always doing stuff, and when I'm not working, yeah. So anyway, let's see. Did I cover everything I wanted to cover? I think I did. One last thing though, guys, if you want to keep me in prayer, I don't want to cover the camera up. I have some health concerns. I'm probably not going to mention what it is right now, but I just have some health concerns that might be kind of serious. I don't know. I'm generally a pretty healthy person. I try to do everything I can to eat right. I exercise a lot. Last year I was biking like 200 miles a week at the most. At least 100 miles, because I bike to work every day. That's 15.4. It's 7.77 exactly 7.77 miles from my house to work. And I was doing that a lot last year. Lost some weight, which is good. I'm not like overweight really, but I could lose a few pounds. Anyway, so, and I'm trying to eat better and stuff like that. But there's some health concerns. It might be nothing, but I'm just very concerned about something, some stuff that's been going on. I've been putting off for a long time. And now some other issues are starting to sprout up from that. Maybe it's nothing, but please keep that in prayer. I appreciate it a lot. Anyway, if you have any ideas for a thumbnail, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. I've been thinking about this for way too long. And maybe I'll just try to draw something, whip something up. My daughter and I were thinking about something the other day, a couple weeks ago, and we just haven't gotten around to it yet. But I do have a ton of videos coming, hopefully, by the grace of God. Maybe I'll still upload the Bible quizzing video and the wedding retreat video, or the marriage retreat video that we did after that as we were driving back. I will upload that probably pretty soon. But I had some other ideas too, and just a ton of ideas. So anyway, blabbered on long enough. You can tell I'm not a professional at this. Hopefully at some point I'll get some better filming equipment, because I really hate using the camera. Again, the shaky cam. It's hard to hold at times. I did have a GoPro camera a couple years ago or so. I bought from like eBay, or I think it was eBay or Amazon or somewhere. It was used, and it started to bug out on me. It would heat or overheat when I would charge it, and shut off on me, and the film footage wasn't captured, so just some weird funky stuff. So anyway, I think that's it. So God bless you guys, and keep praying for laborers, and get out there and spread the gospel while we still have time.